murder that could put you in prison for life?
Back then, we didn't look at it that way. Being a rat wasn't out there as much. It wasn't heard of as much. It was more, they were street guys. They're my father's friends. Like, I didn't even think of it like somebody telling.
Think everyone's just going to keep their mouth shut to the
yes.
end? Okay.
Yes.
So what happens next?
I went home. My wife complained she had a headache. I told George I was leaving. I said, "You want to come home with me?" He's like, No, I'm going with them. I left the place and then went home. She went upstairs. I changed clothes, got my gun, and I went back. I went to a motel that they were staying at.
Okay. And then what happens?
I walked up the stairs. For some reason, I said, the weapon with the silencer is about this long. So I took out the gun, put the silencer on, and then knocked on the door. And lo and behold, George opened up the door. He had the chain on the door. He saw it was me. He said, "Oh, I'm glad you're here." He unlatched it. As the door opened, I pushed him back, put the gun up, and right away Ernie grabbed him, took the two guns off of him. They had in his waistband. He sat on the bed. Vinny shut the door. And then we were just, going back and forth. I asked him, "So you were looking to kill me?" "No, I don't know what you're talking about. I have no money." That was his thing. He was worried about getting robbed. I said, "George, I'm not robbing you, but you were going to kill me." And he said no again. Then Ernie cracked him and said, "You're calling us a liar? You're saying we're lying? We're his father's friends. Like, you didn't pass him a gun?" And all his last words were, "I have to pee." He got up. Me and George jumped off the bed, bolted to the door. As he was going to the door, I turned around, I fired a shot, hit him in the back of the head. And you would think he would roll forward. He stopped, and his whole body jumped backwards, and he rolled over. And then he was on the floor in the hotel room. He bled to death. That was it, the first shot.
You used a silencer?
Yes.
So it didn't make any noise?
No, you just heard the action of the gun.
Okay. Was he screaming at all, or?
No, that was it. He bounced back after the first shot. We wound up taking the body, putting him in the bed. We left the hotel room to go get cleaned. They went one way to get cleaning supplies. I went to my house because I had cleaning supplies there. But as we walked down the stairs, Ernie said, "Go make sure he's dead." So I went back upstairs and I put another bullet in his head.